Hello and welcome back to the final video of the year. A little Stranger Things fan art to, I don't know, close out the era. I think that makes sense given this is kind of the end of the era for Stranger Things, even though the official last episode is the literal last day of the year and this video will not be then. But I don't know, I feel like this is a good wrap up. We're closing out a year, we're closing out Stranger Things together as one. By the way, hi, my name is Monique, or Momo. I'm an illustrator, and welcome to my channel, welcome to my video, I suppose. I draw stuff all the time. Stick around, check some stuff out, I guess. But back to the issue at hand, which is drawing this here Stranger Things fan art. I'm drawing our favorite duo, Steve and Robin, and I really wanted to kind of be a little bit different from what I usually do when I do fan art. I kind of go more realistic with fan art, and I think I just wanted to close the year out with playing into something that I want to try more of in the future, which is I do want to be more in my stylistic bag, a little bit more interpretive, and I do like rendering things out, but I think I want to adapt my approach a little bit more. So these two pieces that you're gonna see are a little bit more of playing into that experimentation and changing up my approach with how I go about doing stuff like this, because I have fun doing fan art, but I don't know, I just want to break out of the style that I'm usually in. I think the end of the year naturally has us all thinking about reflecting on like the year that just went by and like what you liked and what you didn't like and what you'd want to change and do differently. And I think about that in terms of the stuff that I make, especially now that I'm on YouTube and I try to do a lot more YouTube videos. What is it that I'm trying to make and how do I want it to look? I think that comes up for me a lot. I think this channel is very, for me anyway, there's a lot of experimenting that happens that I take you guys on that journey with me, so to speak. Sometimes I play to my safe zone being kind of like fan art. Sometimes that fan art is doing double duty because I'm taking it to a convention or I'm making prints for it, and you know, that's how like a lot of the pieces that get made for YouTube get made. But I think going forward, I really enjoyed what I did with this Steve, in particular this Steve painting. I had so much fun, and the original version of it, if any of you are on, like if you follow my channel at all and you've seen like some of the community posts that I've posted, the original iteration of Steve was so different, and I was really playing up the realism part of how I work. And so this was really fun to kind of, it just wasn't working, I wasn't feeling it, I hated it. Typical for me, by the way, but it was really cool to be able to say, you know what, actually this isn't what I want, and kind of rethink about how I approach drawing and painting and what that's gonna look like. I hope I wasn't rambling. I have a tendency to do that. So I hope that wasn't too rambly, but essentially I think this piece feels indicative of a change that I want to make, or like more that I want to practice when it comes to how I approach illustrating, especially for myself. And it always starts with illustrating for yourself first, and then it kind of segues itself into more professional avenues. So we'll see, like maybe someone will see pieces like this or more pieces like this from me and it segues into something else. But let's not go down the garden path here. The point is that I want to work a little bit differently, and I'm trying to figure that out. And I think going forward next year, some of my goals and like aspirations for illustration, I do want to recontextualize them with that in mind. Before I start getting into what my goals are for next year, I do kind of want to talk a little bit about what exactly I think I enjoyed about things that I did this year. Illustration wise, I think we took a lot of leaps We took a lot of bouncing around, and I don't know how successful they were or weren't, but I think I played a lot more with like being in my sketchbook, which is something that I really wanted to do this year. I wanted to rediscover or get back into sketching again, because I spent so much time working digitally, which is great and I love, but I really want to build my traditional skills. And while I don't think I've done enough or as much as I've wanted to traditionally, we're getting there, and I do want to continue pushing that next year. So hopefully with the YouTube videos that I make next year, you're gonna see a lot more experimenting with actual traditional media. I did make 2 full illustrated pieces in gouache. That was big for me. If you know me at all, I don't really mess with traditional painting in any like finished product type of way. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy about that. So goal number 1 met. Other successful things that I think happened for me art-wise this year, I mentioned experimenting. I was doing a lot more things, like I'm trying to teach myself embroidery, and I've incorporated a little bit of like sewing inside my sketchbook, stuff like that. Like, that's kind of experimental. That's something that was really cool. Even the collage, which I made a video for, while I don't think it's like the best collage in the world, it was really fun to try it, and hopefully I'll be able to do some more of that and get better. We'll see. But yeah, I think those leaps, whether they're in my sketchbook or for YouTube, which normally if I'm experimenting and doing things that I'm unsure about how it's gonna look, I don't want to put it on YouTube. I'm very much like, only the pretty good projects get to go out, and I think I'm proud of myself for putting out things that I'm not necessarily like, this is 100%, this is beautiful, this is gorgeous, like things that it's very clear that I'm also learning and I'm practicing. So kudos to me, pat on the back. So next year, I hope to kind of keep building on that premise of doing more experimental things and like practicing using different materials and actually playing with them and using them efficiently, all that good stuff. But the other thing that I really want to push myself to do is more original pieces. I've kind of found myself in this struggle a lot of times when it comes to doing fan art versus original work and all of that, and I think most of the original ideation and original work basically ends up for projects that I'm getting paid for, if that makes sense, because technically not original because I didn't do it, but all the thinking of what a character looks like and designing a setting and all of that comes through professional work versus work that I do on my own, which kind of sucks because I don't have necessarily the time to sit and noodle and play with it for, get it to a certain point if I'm working on a deadline. So I do want to do a couple more original illustrations next year. I want to do more comics next year. I started working on comics a lot more this year, which I've made a couple videos for already, and I will be continuing. I'm hoping to do something like maybe a overtime journey, like you get to see me make a full short story comic over time on the channel. I think that would be really fun. I also want to do a lot more stylistic renderly things. Is renderly a word? I don't even think that's a word. Stylistic pieces, but they're rendered in this painterly way. I think those are the things that I'm trying to say. Renderly is definitely not a word. But in the same way that I've been doing, like I did these 2 pieces of Robin and Steve, where I stylized what these characters look like. I wasn't so concerned with getting their features exactly correct. I was more into getting their essence down, getting their vibe correct. You know what I mean? Like, I think more pieces where I do things like that, it's a little bit more satisfying. I don't know. It felt a lot more rewarding to do it that way than necessarily having it be this very rigid version of what they should look like, if that makes sense. So as the video is basically wrapping up now, I did want to say a final thank you guys so much for being a part of the YouTube journey with me. I am eternally touched that any amount of people want to watch my video and hear my voice. That is honestly amazing. And sometimes when it comes to social media, it's really easy to get caught up in the numbers and the algorithm of it all. Like, oh, I don't have enough people to monetize, or I have, not a lot of people watched this one video or liked this video or whichever. And I do have to give myself the reality check sometimes that there's still about 800 people that tune in or want to tune in and like what they're seeing. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Honestly, you guys made my year. Like, watching people tune in made my day. Because it is a very big thing to share your work, just in general. So it's always nice to know that people appreciate it. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys are having a great year, or you had a great year, and I hope you have a great one next year also. As always, you can do all the YouTube things down below, like, comment, subscribe. If you had a favorite art thing that you did this year, please let me know. I would love to hear it. And hopefully I will catch you all in 2026. That sounds like a made-up year, but we did it. We're here. All right, guys. Until next time. Goodbye.